Number one fan, glad you're back. And yes, Rogue One was one great war movie. I mean, Rogue One might be the best Star Wars movie.
It could be, arguably.
It's
so I changed my shirt, so I'm repping Been There, Done That. It's a band, local band.
Yeah.
Okay. Izzy Mackenzie, I always pronounce their names right, but Josh was a great friend of mine. Actually, Izzy's brother Quinn did our music.
Oh, and Quinn and Josh.
Yeah. Did our music that we used for the opening. So
I actually saw that there was a Been There, Done That show recently.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I know that band.
Yeah.
But I thought it had different people in it.
Yeah, no, they're all. Yeah.
So they're all still the same kids?
Yep, all still the same kids. Yeah.
They didn't look anything like the kids that I remembered in it.
Yeah. Well, when did you see them last?
Well, 5 years ago.
Well, okay, they went from 13 to
Okay.
18.
Just that's a point.
Yeah, 13 to 18. And then they've grown up a bit and changed some. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, but yeah, they've got some music out there. Fantastic music. Some of it's on Spotify. You can find it. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. Yeah.
Shit, I got to go out there and find them
Yeah.
again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So they're fantastic.
I love that our intro. No, okay, so
Oh, actually, yeah. We had a non-gamer, a friend of mine at work. I was telling him about it, and he's kind of a Star Wars fan, and so he checked it out before he went to bed last night. And he goes, "Dude," and this is thanks to Tech Wizard Rich. He goes, "Your intro is amazing." He said, "I don't know what I expected, but that was amazing." So, well done, Rich. Well done, Rich. Yeah.
every time before Daren and I play anything online on the computer, we'll go to Discord. We'll go to Daren's Discord server so we can talk.
Yeah.
And that is still in the general chat is the wave for the one and wave for the other, and I always click it, and it's 20 seconds, and I'll listen to it before I hop into the channel, just because I love listening to it. It's
Yeah, we should clarify that the music wasn't me, it was Quinn.
It was Quinn. Yes, absolutely.
The music is done by a kid.
No, he's
an adult.
He's an adult. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
I thought he was a kid.
No.
But still, it's amazing music, and it's just...
I'm sure it's linked.
We're lucky.
Right?
We're
It'll
lucky
be-
to know people.
It'll be linked. It'll be linked, right?
If you guys can send me the link for Quinn, if he's got a link.
I don't know if he does. I'll have to look.
Okay.
I'll have to look and see if he's got
Put
one.
that in
that
every
was
video
awesome.
from now
Yeah,
on.
because he's doing, or that's kind of what he's going down. Not so much guitar work, but other stuff. But he's kind of doing into that. Yeah. So and then Izzy's band. We should probably see if we can
make a video for Izzy.
Yeah, that would be cool if they'd want us to, or we could like link some of their
Oh yeah.
been there, done that stuff.
Definitely can link.
We'll link some of that stuff to it because they're fantastic musicians. Fantastic musicians.
Local bands are the best.
Yeah.
I think so.
Absolutely.
I think local bands are amazing.
This would be where you insert your band's team.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I won't do that. No.
All right, so
Okay, so hey, we're here. He's been recording this whole time, so
Right.
hopefully he cut it off before I went up to change my fucking shirt, but he won't.
who are you?
He won't.
Who are you again?
Well, now that you said that, I will.
Yeah. Better. Hi, I'm Daren.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Rich.
And we're 3 foot good. In this episode, we're going to talk about. We were hoping.
We
it
were
didn't-
hoping
it
that
didn't-
maybe
we
the
were- yeah, it
battle
wasn't-
forces would drop like immediately July 1st.
But they didn't, of course. So, but we're going to talk about some of that stuff. Tyler, the list maker, is got some Shadow Collective
Yep, I got some Shadow Collective lists.
lists
some
that he's
mercenary
yeah.
lists.
And then last night at our
Made a
local
501st
store.
list or two.
Yeah, last night at our store, I actually tried a 501st-ish or two list because we're not exactly sure how it's going to be. We kind of know, so we're kind of guessing. So in 3 months, when it's already dropped and you guys watch this, you go, "That's not how it is." Yeah, no shit, because
Yeah,
we don't know yet.
Look, we have paper cutouts. Okay, I mean it's print and play.
yeah,
but it's
so we don't need. We don't.
you will
even-
have professional cards when it's print and play because it's Daren. So
Yeah, but yeah. So we're not even sure about the Force org chart 100% yet.
we know from streams and from what they've said that you only have to take the 2 core, but you have to take 1 special forces.
Right.
We know that you cannot have I can't remember the exact
No
wording.
operatives.
No operatives. R2 and Padme are not in it.
Right on.
You can have Anakin, Rex, or a clone commander as your commander. In the stream that AMG did,
Right.
they had Rex and a clone commander. So we are going on the assumption you can have 2 commanders, and you cannot. I believe you have to have 1 full arc team per strike team.
Yes.
Or you
Yes.
cannot have more strike teams than full arc teams. I don't know which one it is. We always err on the side of it's worse for us. So we always went with you need to have 1 full arc team before you can take a strike team.
Right.
And we know that they can take an ATRT because there was one in the stream.
Right. But we don't know if
We don't know if they get 2 or 3 or more.
Yeah, we don't know what that is actually.
Or what.
Some have said that you only get 1 heavy support, and the only one they've showed so far
Is the lat.
Is the lat for the heavy. So, so we're going on some when we start working on that, we're going on some assumptions. But
But go ahead and talk about your game.
my game, I lost, which isn't that's not uncommon.
Well, it's not common though.
Well, yeah. So I ran Anakin, clone commander, 3 phase 2 clones, because right now we don't know if we can take phase 1s.
Right? Yep. There were only phase
yeah.
2s in the stream, and there's phase 2s in the box. So
Right. Yeah, we don't know. 2 ARC troopers, nobody added to them, but they were tooled up. And then I did run 2 ATRTs with rotaries. And so
you don't need to comment in 6 months that it was
only 1 ATRT because I know
it's in the legal list or whatever you
it
get.
it says 501st-ish. I didn't use any of the cards, if that makes you feel any better.
Right.
So it was
So you just
basically
took a
it was a standard.
Republic
It
force.
was just a Republic force, just kind of going that way. I played an Empire list. That's a pain in the ass.
Oh, crits everywhere.
Yeah. Lots of crits. Lots of re-rolling dice. It's a good list.
Simple.
It is simple. He won. He shot the hell out of me, but I shot him up pretty well too. Okay, arcs.
Oh,
Go ahead.
local game night at Games Plus One.
At Games Plus One.
In
Davenport,
Davenport,
Iowa. Yeah. Arcs.
Man, they feel like Mandos.
Well, worse than
Worse,
Mandos because
because
you're
they
not
surge.
surging.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not surging. Yeah, losing that many points to, and I
Dice
do that all the
variance,
time.
right.
Yeah,
It's your
you know,
dice.
yeah, I got 4 hits through, and you killed all 4 of them, and because it's
Yeah, blanked 4
yeah.
red dice.
Well, it may have been 2 blanks and 2 surges, but I didn't have any surges on them.
Yeah.
So
Still blank.
yeah, it's still blank. So I like arcs. I like their abilities. They can be very offensive, but boy, you can you lose them like that, and that's just my experience. I don't know about anybody else's.
They die quick. They do die quick.
They certainly can.
They can stick around if you're lucky or if you've got surges to give them, but yeah, that's
Yeah, but I do want to make the 501st list work. So a couple of things that we're kind of talking about. And if you have any comments, if you've played anything like this, or you're kind of thinking about it too, go ahead and stick stuff in the comment section.
or in
and
6
we'll-
months when it's out and it's working for you. Tell us what's working
Yeah,
for you.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Say, hey, I'm doing this and this works, and you're an idiot. Don't say you're an idiot. Well, you can say you're an idiot.
Yeah,
We'll just
don't
ignore
care.
that.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
And then I tried one with Rex instead of Anakin, clone commander, and I was able to throw in 5s, and I went with flamethrowers instead of the rotaries. Now I haven't played that list yet, but there's
options.
There's options, and
it could be good.
yeah,
It could be horse shit, but it could be good.
I haven't been able to get it to work yet. So the cards, which we
Hopefully, Rich,
they've been
his
spoiled.
wizardness will be able to throw up as we talk about them.
Yeah, and you probably can. So lead from the
Let's start with the one that I think is the least.
absolutely.
The
All
one
right,
the
all right.
least is the 2-pip.
Yeah.
Well, it's the actual 2-pip called tactical planning. So what is it? You get to give an order to 2 support or special forces units, and then after a friendly support or special forces unit performs an attack against the unit that has a face-up order token, shuffle that token pool back into the order pool. Now, pretty much this is like the pin down that the Empire got from their specialist packs a long time ago, except it does not require a face-up order token for it to work. So any support and any special forces will get to do it regardless of what if they have a face-up order token or not. Sounds cool, it sounds great, but there's other ones that are better, as we're going to get to, the 1 pip and then the 2 pip off of the commander you bring, either Rex or Anakin. Anakin, you're bringing Anakin's cards. And if you bring Clone Commander or Rex, you're probably going to take air support because that's a better 2 pip than this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Again, haven't played it. I might be wrong. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem... It's more situational.
Yeah.
And if you're taking Anakin, you're taking all of Anakin.
All of Anakin cards are in.
You're going to...
Period.
Yeah, and so, which... We'll go to the 3 pip.
Yes.
Leaders of the 501st. So it's 3 special forces or corps.
Yep.
And this is 501st Legion only, and it's permanent. Allied units at range 1 to 2 of a friendly Anakin Skywalker and or a friendly Clone Commander Rex, and they said Captain earlier.
They said Captain in the thing, so we don't think there's
Yeah.
going to be a cool Clone Commander Rex card in this.
Probably not.
Man, give me Siege of Mandalore. Let's go.
But they gain Indomitable,
That's huge.
which is...
So Indomitable, for those of you that don't know, means
Right.
that when you roll off your suppression, instead of using the white dice and more or less have a 5-up chance of getting it, you get to use red dice and have a 3-up save to remove every one. It's what Wookiees have, and Wookiees are pretty cool about getting rid of their suppression.
Yeah.
So now all of your friendly units can do that, as long as they're within range 1 to 2 of your leader, which you should be because you're clones and hopefully sharing those tokens. Hopefully.
Right. So that's pretty good. The only problem you have with it is it's permanent. And if you've got Anakin,
You gotta get Anakin tooled up.
You've got to get Anakin tooled up so he's actually worth the points,
Right.
or a little bit more when he goes.
But
And so this is going to be...
right, but you could do that turn 2. You could do Anakin's 3-pip turn 1. He's not diving in yet, so then
Right,
turn
right,
2 you
But
do this one.
that may hold your dive an extra turn.
Maybe.
And if you're a timed tournament,
Right.
if you
Yeah.
wait until turn 3 to dive,
Yeah.
or 4, that could give you problems.
It could.
So, yeah, but you may not need it with the suppression problems until later in the game.
Anyways.
So you might be able to get away with that. So
Okay, we're gonna go with lead from the front. Oh my gosh, this one I'm ready with.
All right.
So it's 1 commander unit gets an order. It's a 1-pip, 501st Legion only.
when building a command hand, treat this card as it has 2 pips.
So right there, that's why I say tactical planning's out.
Probably going to move
Because you're
tactical
going to
planning
keep Anakin's 2-pip, possibly Rex's 2-pip, even though it's not as good, but definitely air support. And you're taking this as a 2-pip.
Right.
Which then, for those of you at home, means you get 3 1-pips in your 501st Legion card deck. So that means you can have a good chance of winning or force the roll off 3 times in a game.
Yeah.
And that can be huge.
Yeah, it can be. So, after a friendly commander is issued an order by this card, choose 3 other friendly units within range 1 of the commander unit. Each unit gains 1 aim or 1 dodge token,
That's huge too.
which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's after a friendly commander is issued an order by this card,
Correct.
which means
No seize the initiative.
no seize the initiative, be
no
able to do it
HQ
with
uplinks.
or HQ uplinks or anything
None
like
of
that.
that.
So that's pretty much kicks that out, because that was one of the things we first kind of went.
Right. I was like,
oh yeah,
ooh.
no,
Yeah,
you can't do that
can't do
because
that.
they took care of that in the card,
Which is fine. I mean, that would
which
probably be
is-
a bit.
which is cool. So that is a card there for those who haven't seen it yet. Yeah. So
Although, I mean, I want to try it. I want to try them out. In general, I like the cards. Will I try a double clone generic commander list at some point to try tactical planning? Probably.
Yeah.
Because why not? I mean, sure. Probably not, though. I mean, it's...
yeah.
it's-
So I mean, lead from the front and leaders of the 501st are probably going in your deck.
Yes. Yes.
More than likely. If you take Anakin, well, you're taking all 3 of his cards.
In
Now,
which case, then you need to get push or...
well, no, because that counts as you've already got the 2 from Anakin.
Oh, that's right, because that's...
So you're looking for another 1 pip.
So ambush.
So ambush or
Synchronized defensive.
synchronized defensive. So depending on which way you go,
But synchronized defensive can't give an order to Anakin.
no, cannot.
So...
Yeah.
Probably.
So if he's already, it just depends on where you're using it at the game, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Probably ambush is the better choice because it gives you more leniency to.
Right.
I can give this one order to anybody who needs it. Not I have to give it to an ATRT if it's still alive later in the game, and then it can coordinate to a clone trooper unit that's nearby. Maybe.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I do like synchronized defensive because I like to run ATRTs with
You like
HQ
ATRTs
uplinks.
with HQ uplinks,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then
you
play
coordinate to everybody because that one's not card dependent.
Right.
So
and
as
so
long
you can
as-
pop your HQ uplinks, and then they can hand them out. And then if you've got the clone commander,
He's
and
handing
you've
another
got
one,
fives,
and you got 5, so you're one pip.
And so
gets
what I
out.
can
You're
what
like
I can
droids.
do what
You're
I can
droids for a turn.
with a 1 pip I can basically put everybody out there and then have Anakin in my bag with a 1 pip.
Right.
And
Because
then,
you flawed him thinking, haha, he's not going to get an order.
Right.
He'll be like, all right, I'll play this card, and everybody else has an order.
yeah, and so you can actually make this work, but I don't know if you can have 3 ATRTs. But you can actually make it work because I've made it work with the flaw and been able to go and had 2 commanders in the bag
Yep.
and pulled out one of them
And
it
then
was,
Anakin goes first because it's a 1 pip. And
yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool when it works. Yeah. But so I like some of the cards. Not all the cards. I do want to see the force.
see the full. Yep. I want to see it all.
I want to see it all.
Let's see what we get.
Right. Before we really start diving in and
That's really the only thing that's holding me back from making a
80
bazillion
lists. Right.
Because that's
Because
what I do.
yeah, because if you go Rex Anakin, then these cards are kind of
Not really. I mean, not really, because you only want Rex's 1 pip.
probably. Yeah.
So you take Rex's 1 pip, Anakin's 1 pip. Lead from the front counts as a 2. That's a 3.
Right.
You take Anakin's 2 and 3.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah, you're done. Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
done.
you're right. You're right. Yeah.
So like that would slot really well into my Rex list that I have. That's my Rex Kenobi list. That I take Rex's 1 pip. I take all of Kenobi's, and then I take generic air
Right.
support assault type cards.
It'd be cool. Yeah.
So it can work. So
Yeah, that might be what I make next is Anakin Rex, and then
nice.
kind of go from there.
Those lists, they're good.
Yeah.
They're
So,
fun.
but yeah,
Alright,
so
well,
that's what I'm messing with right now. Just yeah. So if case anybody cares,
He's list making. I'm not the only one that makes lists. So
I'm-
I just have made more lists.
I make lists. You saw I had what?
you did 16 of them saved from whenever you started.
Oh yeah, but some of them were like LVO and Adepticon and
here's-
doubles list.
There's all the lists, and it still keeps going.
That's like you got like 50.
Yeah, I do. I have a problem. I am the first to admit that I have a
You've got
problem.
like 50 freaking lists.
So if you need lists, just tell me what you have, and I'm sure I can come up with something. For you.
Yeah. But yeah, so,
So the
and
second half-
I use him all the time and say, "What do you think?" And he'll go, "Nah, do this. It's more efficient."
Oh, you don't need these 3 phase 2s. Drop the phase 2. Add this heavy into this arc team. Do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Add that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Boom.
Yeah.
You're still
And
at
I
8
do.
activations.
I do. Yeah. And I mean,
And then I mean everything can change if you can take mercenaries in the battle forces because you could drop one of those phase 2s and be like, I can bring in pikes for
Yeah.
26 points cheaper than what this
and
phase 2 is.
since we're not sure, we'll have to
We
do,
haven't
we'll have to
done
do a
it. Right.
follow up. We'll have to do a follow up.
We'll do a follow.
Yeah,
Like
but-
with more videos.
Oh no,
Our sponsor will be so happy.
our sponsor. Speaking of which, so you guys all know, I've gotten contacted by our sponsor. It's Darwich Thai Industries. Yeah, our sponsor. Stop laughing, Rich. You're gonna make me laugh. Anyway, they got like 2 more products that
They're going to give us.
they're gonna give us to do. So look forward to those other 2 products.
That's right.
And I think the actual commercial is just gonna get released by itself.
Probably will already be out.
Might already
before
be out.
this-
Well, by this comes out, it'll already be out there.
Maybe. Yeah.
So you guys can watch that instead of
enjoy.
watching us. Maybe
Talk
that'll-
for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's all right. Okay,
About
so
this, yeah.
so speaking of lists, so Shadow Collective, it's dropped. I have a list making problem. I have not been able to go
not a-
over this.
it's not a
Darren
problem.
specifically stopped me from talking about this earlier.
I did.
So-
no talking. Wait till
I
Rich
kind of
gets here with
stopped
the
us
camera.
with that one. We talked about it. We're like, oh yeah, you can do this. I'm like, oh, we should probably be recording all this.
Yeah.
We should wait for Rich.
Yeah.
And then I pulled my phone. Well, let me show you this. He's like, no, wait for Rich. All right. So I have.
We talk for like 2 hours before we even start filming. All the
Thank
good
God.
shit happens
Right.
before he turns
Yes.
this on.
So I have 3 lists that I have saved that I've deemed are savable for the Shadow Collective. So the first one is just I called it Mandos because that's what it is. It's tons of Mandos. So what it is, it's Gar Saxon. It's 2 Pike Syndicates because again the Shadow Collective only needs 2 core. So I have 2
GPs.
naked Pike Syndicates, 80 points for both of them. Perfect. I then have 4 Mandalorian Super Commandos. So for those of you counting at home, that's 5 Mando units because I've got Gar, who is a Mando. Those 4 units, and then I also have an AAA-5 speeder truck with, unfortunately, no gun, but he's got the medic and he's got the tactician, so he can either take hits from things or hand out aims or bring back Mandos that have died. So what's all in all this stuff? Well, Saxon, I gave him his shield. I gave him the flame projector because B1s are still an issue. And if you want to get up close and personal with him, he'll just flamethrower you. And then I gave him up close and personal. That's it. I didn't give him anything else. He's 125 points for that. We've got the Mandalorian Super Commando number 1 has Rook Cast. Even though Maul's not in it, Rook Cast I think is still good, just with the die pool that she adds to it. They have up close and personal, emergency transponders, and then the combat shields. Why Rebel Mandos can't take this shield, I don't know, but I'm going to abuse the hell out of it with these Mandalorians.
They should be able to.
Right. Then I'm going to have 2 Mando units. Both of these have gunslingers. They've got the up close and personal, the emergency transponder, and the shield. You're going to notice a theme there. And then last, this one kind of breaks the theme a little bit because it's got the marksman, so I'm going to keep this one more at range. So there's no up close and personal, no emergency transponders, but a shield. So it's 800 points, it's 8 activations. I know people will say 8 activations is not enough. I play Republic. I play Jedi Republic. I get 8 activations. That's what I'm normally playing with.
Yeah.
So this gives me 5 speed, 3 jump, 2 units. So yeah, fun times.
And that's
Fun
something
times.
that I have to do more with my list with the 501st, and what I do with Rebels when I use Mandos is I tailor my turn 0 deck.
Yes.
I tailor my turn 0 deck to speed.
I don't care. I don't have a bid, so.
Yeah. Well, okay. My Republic list, I
Right.
keep
You
a
like a
bid.
3.4 bid in there. Right?
Republic? Oh no, that's bigger than that.
Oh, is it really?
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Because I want all the.
You want all the stuff.
I want all the supply crates and all that shit. Yeah.
All right. So then my second one is my Mandos version 2. So we keep Gar. He's armed the same. We keep the 2 Pike Syndicates. They're armed the same with nothing. I drop 1 Mando squad, so I only have 3 Mandalorian Super Commandos. I've got 1 with the Gunslinger, 1 with the Marksman, and then Rook Cast because again, I love that ability that she has. Or not the ability,
Maybe we need to get sorry, off topic. Jameson. What if we get Jameson?
oh, there we go. But the AA5 is still there, but I was able to kit the AA5. Still with the medic, still with the tactician, because then it doesn't matter when I go early, late, I'm doing something that's going to be helpful. I gave it the Frenzy Gunner, which I'm really interested to see how this works. And then I gave it the Heavy Laser Rifle, a retrofit, not rifle. So it's only normally a 3 dice pool. It's a rainbow, but that Frenzy Gunner will give me a 4th die of a certain color depending on what you roll. So, hey, it gives it to do something besides anything else. And then I've added in a Black Sun Enforcer unit, all the kit and caboodle. I've got the Scattergun because let's just have better fleet troopers. I gave it the Vigo, so then now it's a Courage 2, and they get the Independent Surge, and then I also gave it targeting scopes because they have independent aim, and I'm not going to give them an order token, so they're always going to be rolling those dice, and they've got to bust a right in to get up there so they don't get shot to pieces. So they're like red save fleet troopers that cost roughly the same, maybe a little more, I don't know. But then the fun one is my Maul list that I've made. The first of many Maul lists because I think Maul is going to be kind of cool to play with. And I mean, how can you take Mandalorians without Maul? I mean, really.
Right.
So this one though, and some people might say that I've gone off the deep end.
No.
It's
Not at all.
It's 2 Black Sun Vigos, naked. 1 Pike Syndicate Capo, naked. Maul, he's got the Darksaber, Tenacity, Improvised Orders, Burst of Speed, and Force Push. Because why wouldn't you have Force Push on a Force user? I don't know.
Yeah, you kind of need to. Yeah.
And he needs Burst of Speed because, well, there's no truck for him to hide in. So I need to be able to get him that 1 turn wherever he needs to go to. We've got 1 unit of Black Sun Enforcers. Again, Scattergun Laser and the Black Vigo. No targeting scopes because, well, this is 9 activations, and I do have a 6-point bid. So, I mean, I could put targeting scopes on them, but we'll just see what happens without it. I've got 1 Pike Syndicate Foot Soldier with their Disruptor, so it's the range 4 gun that they get. one Naked Pike Syndicate, one Mandalorian Super Commando Rook cast with all of the fun stuff that she had before, and then one with the Gunslinger up close and personal and the Combat Shield. So it's 9 activations. I've got 2 Mandalorians, and I've got Commander Maul with Cunning, because even though his dice pool is a little less because it's only the black dice, it's a little more reliable because he's Surge Crit, and yeah, now he's got Cunning and he's a commander. So yeah.
So we are looking forward to trying all these lists.
We are. I am slowly assembling them. I did think I found a pretty cool color to paint them to help with the paint them quicker.
Okay.
Speed paint. That'll help with my Mandos. So
A speed paint? Explain. What kind?
one of the speed paint. This is, I think it's called Grey Lord Grey, or Grave Lord, whatever it is. And it actually, I tried it on a different model, and it's got that dark, looks like it could be black, that then is hit differently on it.
Okay.
So do that underneath, and then some of them will get red highlights. Some of them will get a darker red highlight. Some of them will be inversed, and they'll be red with black. So I'll have them all kind of little semi-different paint schemes, so I can easily tell them apart, because that is the one thing I wish I would have done better with my clones, is make them more discernible between the squads. It's done. I've got it done. I have a technique, so I can do it, but it's just, it would be easier if I could just, from 3 foot, look and be like, that's one squad, that's another squad, that's another squad. And I'm going to need to come up with something, because when I do 501st and decide to do the same thing Daren's doing and take the plunge and buy the 501st Legion box set, because I'm going to paint white, even though I hate painting white, I'm going to need a way to tell them apart. Maybe that might be base rings.
Yeah.
Rings on the bases.
Yeah, I mark the back of the base, but the base rings, and I don't care how you do it. But
Right.
You know,
But I mean, I don't like doing just the back, because then my opponent can't tell.
Yeah.
Easily. He's got to ask me, okay, so which ones are a unit, because they're all together, and only I can see.
Yeah, and
them,
I won't be able to do. I do knee pads the same color as the back of the base, but
Yep.
so you can actually see it. But
Yeah. And then, I mean, I also have quite a few lists where I'm like, oh, look, I have a 4th Phase 1 Trooper unit in this list. Let's drop that, put in the pikes. I've just saved 12 points. Now, what am I going to do with those 12 points? So, we don't even need to go over all those. Because that's just that's standard. Like, for all my Republic lists that have 4 core, 1 core has been dropped for a pike. If it was a core that had a heavy weapon, then I will upgrade the pikes to get more junk in it, because then I don't care about getting it in order. It can't share tokens, so it can go do that objective over on the far side.
yeah, and it will open it up at least for Gar, because it's a 40-point activation, and we don't.
In the Rebels, there is a very high possibility that the current meta of 5 DLT captain Rebel troopers with 2 officers gets changed to 4 DLT captain with then a pike syndicate with the long range gun, because it's the same range as the DLT, and the 2 vigilance officers can only hold 4 total of the dodge tokens that the rebel troopers have. So one of them can't keep it anyway, so why not just make that be a independent dodge unit that then always gets a dodge at the start of the turn. So
All kinds of
stuff.
and
The bounty hunters.
this is, we did need this in Legion to give us a fresh kind of
to shake things up a little.
shake things up a bit, give us some different stuff. I think it was much needed.
I think this helps the future of Legion, because again, you can do Night Witches or Night Sisters. You can do Gungans. You can do Geonosians.
Yeah.
You can go in and you could do a Wookiee faction. Now you don't need
Because of the battle forces.
because of the battle forces. You know, you're gonna be able to do Hoth Defenders. I am really excited about the Hoth Defenders as well.
Yeah. I think our buddy Steiner, Meathead, he wants a Blizzard Force, because he wants all the
He does.
8 core or something.
Yeah, he wants the 2 heavy Stormtrooper squad.
Yeah.
He like keeps asking me about it, and I have nothing.
We don't know yet.
Wait, well, I'm like, I don't know if it counts as the
Yeah,
personnel
we don't know
for
yet.
your second heavy. We don't know yet. Soon.
Soon.
Maybe. Ish. Asterisk.
It'll probably drop like tomorrow or something.
Right. It's dropped now. It's dropped since the last time I checked my phone, and no, they're not going to drop it on Friday afternoon. Yeah, no, maybe. Who knows? Drop it from home, hit the button. So,
Yeah.
another video down.
Yeah. Well,
Look at us, 2 in a row.
I know, right? It's been a while.
Shit.
Yeah. So I think think that's it.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Please leave comments, leave ideas in the comment section. We do read them. We respond to them.
Right. 4.5 hours for I don't come up for a game night.
Dude.
No.
Okay.
All-day tournament. 4.5 hours. Yeah.
Absolutely. Message us if you're going to do it, and we'll
make sure we set up a time. But
Yeah.
one guy's talking about, I'll come up and see your store. Come up for your game. Our game night's Thursday nights.
Yeah.
So
it's on Thursday night. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he could be independently wealthy in 4.5 hours. He's got a driver or something like that.
Right. Or he flies.
Yeah.
Pilot license.
Way cool.
But no, we do read the comments.
Absolutely.
I try and comment on comments because I'm semi-active on YouTube-ish. Not really, but I don't comment as the channel though. If you see the comment from the channel, it's Rich.
I wish there was a way that it would notify you guys that there are comments, but
I have to
can't
check.
figure out how to make that work.
Yep, I have to check.
Yeah.
I felt bad because the one guy mentioned something and I was like, I didn't see this till 3 days later because I got done checking the mail.
Yeah, so when I see him, I try to remember to send you guys a note, but I just wish I could figure that part out. I haven't been able to.
So, if you guys are running YouTube channels and there's a way that you can get, let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments.
That would be really cool too. So stop watching us.
Get out there and roll some more dice.